let's talk a little bit about, as I said, it's very emotional. There's a lot of things going on in this movie. What was it for you how was it for you to portray, how you wanted to portray her?
I believe that Maureen sees herself as the front line for Billy. I think that she knows he's in a dog-eat-dog world. There's a lot of money involved, and it's hard to trust people. I don't think she trusts people easily anyway, but particularly in this business. So I think, I felt she had to have a fierceness and yet, a soft, nurturing side as well. In a way, she had to handle Billy with kid gloves and at the same time be really tough with him too. So it was just finding that balance, and also not, because when we meet Maureen, things are changing a little bit. I think she doesn't like the way Billy's fighting, and it's making her nervous. So I think she's also trying to navigate, how do I change things, and she knows how much he loves it and how much he needs it, but at the same time she wants to make sure he's around for a long time. So I think she's starting to try to think of some sort of new strategy.
And you have to be a family as well. You have the dog, and talk a little bit about that, because he did say that at one point, especially acting with Ona, was like having a family. How is it for you?
Yeah, I didn't have a lot to do with Una, unfortunately, because she's so extraordinary. But we just had to find a few scenes where you could see that she's the head of the household. She's making sure that that everybody's in bed and getting rest and eating well, and that she's got to be the heavy sometimes. But I think that she didn't have parents growing up. Billy didn't have parents, so I think that's part of what makes her so protective, and she wants to make sure that Layla has a father who can function. That's incredibly important to her, and I think also they're sort of fumbling through the dark too. They don't always get it right. They didn't have any examples of positive parenting, so they're sort of figuring it out as they go. But I like that. I think Maureen is very connected to herself and her gut and what she thinks is right.
Being in a movie like this, what do you think of the boxing world and of Jake's transformation, of course?
Jake's transformation was just awe-inspiring. I saw him at the beginning when he had just started the boxing training. It's phenomenal to me that he's never boxed before. You would never know. So just incredible work and dedication that he put in, not just physically, but the emotional, psychological work as well was really top-notch. In terms of boxing, I didn't know much about boxing when I started this, so now I think I have much more of an appreciation for the skill and the artistry involved. That it's like a beautiful dance in a way, it's very graceful and subtle and complicated, and it's not just who's strongest and who can get hit hardest and stay on their feet. So it was a real education.
Are you good at trusting in real life? Like, are you like her a little bit? You don't trust as much, because
trusting.
In this industry is the same situation in a way when it comes to contract, and every artist goes through that.
I know you definitely have to have a thick skin, I think, and be protective. I don't know. I always tend to like to think that everybody has good intentions until proven wrong. I think that's just sort of it's easier for me to go through the world that way, but at the end of the day, I have a small core group of people that I feel 100% good with, and that's all you need, really. So yeah.